Hey everyone, it's Thursday morning, June 19th, and welcome back to Capital Markets Quickie. I'm your host, Endrit Sella, here to break down yesterday's market action in just 2 minutes. Quick note before we begin. Today's episode is brought to you by AMF Capital. For smart investment solutions and high-quality funds, head over to amf-capital.de. If you enjoy the podcast, please rate it wherever you're listening. It really helps me reach more people. The big story? A whole lot of uncertainty. U.S. stocks finished mixed as investors tried to digest both Middle East tensions and the Fed's latest interest rate decision. The Dow slipped about 0.1%, the Standard & Poor's 500 was basically flat, and the Nasdaq managed a tiny gain of 0.1%. What's interesting is that earlier in the day, all three indexes were up around 0.6%, so clearly something spooked traders in the afternoon. Let's talk about the Fed. As expected, they held rates steady for the fourth time in a row. But then came the updated economic projections, the so-called dot plot. The median forecast for interest rates at the end of 2025 now sits at 3.9%. That would mean 2 rate cuts this year. But here's the catch. Not all Fed officials are on board. Some think we'll get 0 cuts. Fed Chair Jerome Powell said they're basically in wait-and-see mode, especially when it comes to inflation from tariffs. He literally said, the cost of tariffs has to be paid, and that they're still figuring out how that'll play out. Now, while Wall Street was busy analyzing the Fed, the other wild card was, of course, the Middle East. Trump was asked whether he's getting ready to bomb Iran, and, no surprise, he gave a vague answer, I may do it, I may not do it. Nobody knows what I'm going to do. That didn't exactly calm things down. Iran, on the other hand, made it clear they'll respond hard if the U.S. gets involved, and they've reportedly prepped missiles aimed at U.S. bases in the region. Oil prices held pretty steady, Brent stayed just above $76 a barrel, and WTI hovered just under $75. So, yeah, not a dramatic day, but definitely a tense one. That's it for today's Capital Markets Quickie. I'll be back tomorrow with a brand new episode. Make sure to subscribe, rate the podcast, and share it with your network. It really helps me reach more listeners. Thanks for tuning in.